Welcome everybody, this is Rev Games. We are going to be jumping right into some Chaos Turbo live gameplay. This is the list I'm going to be giving a shot here. Reason being is I am going to a locals here this weekend and just want to test out the list I will be playing. I really am a little bit tired of Turbo, but at least at this point with the cards I have in paper, it's really all I can build. So this is what we're going to be experimenting with. There are a lot of kind of one-off things that will probably change if I do continue playing Turbo. But I really do want to start playing a few other decks in paper. I don't really want to spend the money on like Dimensional Fusions for Reasoning Gate Turbo, but want to give Warrior a shot here and there. Goat Control is something I haven't really refined my skills with or experimented with. Burns, another thing that I've tried and just gotten my face stomped. But really, the odd cards I'd say are the third Regeki break. Definitely in the camp that this is better than Phoenix Wing Wind, but the number of them is subject to change. I think two Solemns, in my mind, is near mandatory if you're playing a control deck like this. And what people really gripe about is, oh, you don't want to draw it early game. Well, you don't have to set it. Like, if you just get your face beat in, then you get your face beat in, that's fine, and it's live even better. What people don't understand about this card is that you don't really want to put yourself in a situation where you're paying 4,000 for it. The other good news is this is a discard deck. You have so many cards. It's like if you don't need Solemn, just pitch it with a Charity. Pitch it as an extra card and just draw something. If you draw early game with card destruction, pitch it with something else. It's totally fine to discard a good card that isn't good yet in terms of the game state. So in my mind, this just fits so perfectly into the deck. I'm really not sure why more people aren't on it. One is, in my mind, a bare minimum. Two is the sweet spot I've found. I've experimented with three and it was good, but I was running too frequently into situations where I draw it early game, which can be dead. But I think it cements your late game so much and just allows you to play like as E3 Yu-Gi-Oh was saying the other day, a belligerent asshole. You can just push. Uh, that you just kind of have to play it. The other thing is lack of Jar of Greed. I mean, maybe cut one of this for Jar of Greed, but really this is kind of a discard-centric list. We're trying to abuse assailants as much as possible. If I were to redo this list, meta-dependent, I'd probably get these in the main, but my locals has some turbo, but really the meta is compared to like what I've observed in higher level tournaments. There's a lot more warrior and stuff that I don't really think these are going to be relevant. So this is more of a local meta call. Your typical list would probably want to slot these in, and I don't know if it's that good of an idea to get super greedy with like the discard stuff like I have in this list, but it really does feel good when you're just pitching these over and over and you just have kind of an insurmountable card advantage. We do have a Reasoning Gate Turbo player, which is why this is here. This can come in versus them, but it's not like one of your top sides. These come in versus Reasoning Gate, these come in versus Reasoning Gate, these come in versus Reasoning Gate. And the really nice thing about all of these cards is they're good against other things. This is good against Warrior. This is good against the Mirror. This is good against Goat Control, which I haven't seen any Goat Control players, but it's also good against Reasoning Gate or a Burn player, which I haven't seen either. And this is good versus really just Turbo. But other than that, that's the list. We're going to jump right in. All right. It's always a hit or miss with live gameplay because you never know if you're going to get somebody that just doesn't know the rules and like tries to call a judge or AFKs or quits. I really have had very mixed results with ladder lately. It's been a little bit more toxic than I'd like. Like if you lose, just lose and quit, but don't like DC and make me wait don't AFK and make me wait. But at least this guy gave us a GL back, so usually that's an indication that they're not going to be toxic. Like if you hit them with a GL HF, they just don't respond. You might be in for some toxicity. I've also seen a lot of impatience. Like I'll play charity and discard something, and I'll like think on the second discard, and people will just absolutely rage. I don't see any. Is there any reason to wait on this? I don't really think so. I mean, this is a good enough charity. Okay. I guess something's to be said about like getting sank in and like something set up in the grave for assailants, but at this point in the game, you know, Sork's our boss monster, but it is dead. This is never getting discarded. This is never getting discarded. Sanguine replaces itself. Tribe's dead, but if that ends up being something like a spy, I think we're discarding this now. I mean, it might seem strange because it's our boss monster, but oh, you waited. Okay. So this makes even the chaos like probably even better, just because we don't have a light. Like if I had a light, I would hold on to this. I guess I could search a light, but the light I'm searching is Magician of Faith, which, without seeing noblemans or any removal so far, is just going to be too easily noblemans. I'd rather be setting Faith at a point in the game where I know a little bit more about their graveyard, you know, what they're playing. This could, I guess it could be Warrior, I doubt it, but I also would rather have a situation where I can keep bluffing stuff and then weave a Faith in there. So what's the setback breaker? Oh, whoops. Okay, so what does that tell me? This could... He wants to protect the back row. We're normal summoning Sanguine. We are going to not attack. I don't think there's any real reason to. There's no way he set a Faith. There's no way... I mean, he could have Spy, but attacking into that doesn't make any sense. Attacking into a deco doesn't make sense. I don't know if he's lagged or what, but at this point we're setting break and passing. I guess he still just wants to keep this on the field. I tried to remind him, but... So Serpent Grave, Breaker gets sent back. This is... I don't know. We'll see what he's playing. It makes me think that it's not chainable. So it's probably not Jar, it's probably not Break. Maybe it's like a Mirror or a Torrential, just if he didn't want to blow up this and go negative on it. So I guess really narrowing it down, I'd say probably just anything that's not chainable. But I don't really have a good read this early in the game on what that could be or what to play around. Read on this is probably anything but Faith. Just because there's no reason to set Faith into an empty grave. Cyberjar. Wow. Okay. What are we playing against? This guy just, of course, is going to be slow about it. Wait, what? Oh, wow. Pot graceful. I don't even know what this does. Can't be special summon except by the original attack. Is this even a goat format card? I guess it is. Original attack removed from play times 700. That seems awful. I mean, he did just draw into double Trinity now. All right. So both of these get set, of course, but we don't want him to know which is which. Oh shit. No, 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 no. Whoa, whoa, hold on. And I have to, dude, let me play, please. And it's lagging, so I can't even declare Sangian. So I'll do that while he plays his shit. So obnoxious. All right. We are getting. I mean, I have no clue what we're up against here. Not a clue. So if he goes like aggro on me, I'm just getting a spy at this point. Like we might need to wall. Uh, yeah, that's fine. We have nothing else to banish. And we have Graceful in the grave for Faith. He's probably going to dig for some back row, or not back row removal, face down removal. You know, this kind of, what the fuck? This kind of scares me. Like, I don't want to get, um, maybe he's probably playing the return from the different dimension. I don't know what to be afraid of here. Are we ever end phase killing that? What did he add? Pot, return. Yeah, so we have to be very cognizant of return. We definitely want to get a solemn here. I was kind of worried about heavy slump. If he's playing rocks and he's trying to turbo stuff out, like he's probably playing morphing jar. I don't think that's morphing jar. Okay, first things first. Let's get this rolling. I'm still banishing that at this point. This whole hand, or a lot of this hand, is probably just like setting up a really fucking nasty card destruction because he also has a bunch of stuff. When monster is returned from the field to its owner's hand, the owner returned hand to the graveyard. What? Okay, so whatever. I mean, so he has like stuff that he wants to banish in his hand or like the power cards. So we are gonna card destruction, and then we're gonna follow it up with faith. I think afterwards. I think we're first gonna nobleman. Our chaos is live, so we do want to card destruction and start getting some stuff rolling. We want to get heavy out too. If we draw into heavy, we're just playing it and then seeing where we go from there. It doesn't feel good to discard some of this stuff, but there's just so much stuff that we do want to discard that I think it's worth it. We are going to be setting this first. And I think we're setting these two. These are too good. Although we're ahead on board, so I think we are pitching Torrential for something else just based on the game state. Ring is too good. Plus, I think we can set a lot of this because we don't have to worry about heavy. I mean, if he heavies, it's probably going to be neg for him. So we have 6. Let's see if he lets it resolve. He is letting it resolve. He had heavy, so that's really, really good to get out. Oh man, we hit a lot of his power cards. We are... Oh, you know what? We totally messed up this. I thought we had another flip in the grave. We could have discarded spy. We messed up. We done goofed. So that's really good to get out of the way. That's really good to get out of the way. That's really good to get out of the way. This hand is fine. I mean, I guess we could flip for graceful. I'm just really not sure what that's accomplishing right now. It's probably even better to wait. And I'm not sure that's even the best spell that we could use at this point. I mean, at this point, card advantage I don't think is really that relevant. I think it's more cycling, although that does give preference to... Yeah. I mean, how are we going to... You know what? Probably pitching Torrential was stupid too, because we saw that Return from the Different Dimension was in the deck. So yeah, we're kind of fucking up left and right here. Yeah, we're fucking up. That was stupid. I think we just have to try to resolve this. Yeah. Probably flipping this after just in case like he had a torrential too is... Yeah, this is a sloppy game. I mean, it's... See, that's one of the good things about like rogue weird ass decks like this is nobody knows how to play against them. I won't say nobody, but like I don't know how to play against this deck. Like I'm not sure what's going on. I've already made like a few mistakes, so these just replace themselves. This isn't going to get any use. This isn't going to get any use. Might as well try to attack. And we did dig for a solemn, so if there's some crazy shit, he's going to pull by banishing a bunch of stuff, and then return from the different dimensioning. We have that. Okay. So I'm trying to think on to next game, like what is side-worthy. I think we're going to have to see more of his deck. I mean, probably stuff like Sakuretsu, yeah. Maybe even setting book there was fine. Yeah. We're messing up. We really need to see our heavy too. We are going to start pushing with spies. I'm not really waiting on walling them. So he's going to trap the shoot. I'm going to chain this to get this in the grave. He can send whatever he wants. He'll send probably BLS. Breaker's probably not bad to send either. I mean, he probably wants to get a lot of this stuff in the grave or in the deck. These are boss monsters. I just don't feel like I have the huevos or really the board, like unless I were behind two Solemns to just like try to kill him this turn. And we're not going to be able to kill him this turn anyway. Okay, this comes back. First, we're flipping this. Then we're seeing what happens. Again, you might be wondering why I'm not playing Upstart. I don't really think we need to at this point. I think the way we win this is killing him a little bit more quickly than a normal game plan would allow for or call for. Here, we are just attacking over the series of, well, what we have to play around is mirror. Like a 1 in 3 versus mirror is not a good chance here. I also am not too keen on playing a solemn if he does mirror us. So yeah, there's no way we can afford to use a solemn. I was thinking about like breaker, pop one, see what happens, and he'll probably mirror force us. But that's not like an acceptable trade there. Like half our life points. Okay, he's letting both attacks go through. We have to wall with Sinister. Do we have to wall? No. We want to keep it in hand for discards, I think. And what we're doing now is actually, we're going to do this main phase 2. Just because we got it in 24, but it wasn't worth the... So he books that. What? Pretty sure I'm right on this. Summon, token, and Premio? He gave me the thumbs up, right? We summoned thumbs up, thumbs up. It's like Sork. Like if you book a Sork when they activate, it still goes through. You can book the target, and Sork can't banish it. But see, this is this like why like live gameplay is annoying. I could be wrong here. I'm 99% sure I'm right, but it's just like a waste of time. No, you can't, dude. Really, dude? You're gonna try to shark me for this? Yeah, get the fuck out of here, dude. Play serious. Get the fuck out of here. See, this is the kind of shit you have to deal with. These are coming in. Yeah, just leave. Just leave. Alright, that's the gameplay. It isn't the way I wanted it to turn out, but I guess I called it. Goat format has become toxic. I mean, that's kind of why I'm playing a little bit more Edison, which is the player base in my experience is just a lot less douchey. Like you just get a lot of like really inexperienced like assholes on Goat ladder because it's a ladder. Because Edison, you just have to like queue something or make a custom game. I don't know what it's called, like the unlimited portion. Like everyone's pretty courteous. Like I'd say like 1 in like 10 people is a dickhead. In Goat, it's like a 50-50 if you're going to get a dickhead that doesn't know what they're talking about. Like yesterday, like and I don't have like a lot of time to play these games, to be honest. Like yesterday, I attacked somebody. It was a very important attack, and um, or no, they attacked me. It had something to do with snatch steal, but I mirror forced, I think, and then they uh, solemned that, and this is still in the battle step, and then I Regeki braked the snatch steal since they snatched my BLS, and they're like, you can't do that, like you can't chain to solemn, and I'm like, I'm not chaining to solemn. You can still activate multiple cards, and there can be multiple chains in the battle step. And I'm not even like a good player, but like that's pretty basic stuff. And he was like, I'm a world champion, and like he said like Turkey or like some weird country. He was like, I'm a world champion, and like he wasted like 30 minutes of my time like pausing the game for a judge when there were no judges online. And like within like 3 minutes, I showed him a ruling on like the Yu-Gi-Oh wiki, like just clearly like stating, I was like, please just read this again, like just read it again, and it's like clearly stating that you can do this and activate like multiple things in the battle step, and he just wouldn't budge. He's like, I'm gonna reach out to my pro friend, and then like he did. Like 30 minutes later, he's like, oh, like yeah, you're right, like my bad. And I was like, no problem. Like I wasn't gonna like get on his ass about it, but like if you don't understand something, like don't waste 30 minutes. Like if you like give a thumbs up on something like this guy did, and like you're clearly in the wrong, like don't be a little baby about it. Just be like, okay, like move on. Like this game can be tilting. Like I guess maybe like whoever's watching, like you're gonna notice a recurring theme is like rants at the end of games, but like this is an old legacy format. Like we're trying to build community here. Like if you're not ready to act like an adult, just leave. Like don't even stay in the community. Like we do not want you. Just get the fuck out. Like if you're gonna be toxic, like that's like it's okay to try hard and want to win, and it's okay to not know things. Like I don't know a lot of rulings. I'm still getting up to speed on this, but like not wasting tons of time and admitting when you're wrong are like table stakes to play in this. Like if you just want to like win and be toxic, just go play a different game. Like play something that's automated or a sim or play advanced. But like for a small format that's trying to thrive and grow, we don't need toxic players. And I think a lot of the good players or pro players like really do need to start calling out toxicity more. A lot of them do, but there's just no room in a small community like this for toxicity. Just fucking leave. So that's me being toxic, but I am not taking it out on other players. So that is my take. Now that your heart rate is elevated and you're probably tilted as I am, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like, and just try to be a little bit more courteous to your fellow players. And if you don't know something, we can suss it out, but don't pull the whole I am right, you are wrong thing. Thanks for watching.